Hey VC, it's Jonathan, your cheap and cheerful record collector. Got lots of stuff to show today, so let's get on it. First off, about a week or two ago, I pulled out a record I had, which I bought. I don't remember where I got this record, but I didn't pay full price for it. And someone was showing Elvis Costello. So I said, oh, I haven't listened to this for a while. So I pulled out a MoFi Elvis Costello Imperial Bedroom, which is a fantastic album. And I listened to it during the day, and that night I was sitting around. My wife went to bed already. I was just searching the net, and I said, let me go to the MoFi website, and probably should buy some more MoFi stuff. So I went to their site, and it was sort of weird that they had about 3/4 of the stuff they showed were out of stock. I don't know why they even show them, but they list all the things available for MoFi, but everything on the out of stock, out of stock, out of stock. So I was like, well, this is stupid. And then as I'm searching through, a couple pop up that I had to have. So the first one popped up is an album that was never released on vinyl in the States. I think it was released on vinyl in UK, but not in the States when it first came out. So I was really happy to grab this. I had this on CD for years and love it. And it's Richard Thompson, Rumor and Sigh, on 2 LP set. They broke it down to 2 LPs. This has the original version of Vincent Black Lightning, which is a fantastic song, of course. 1952 Vincent Black Lightning. Also has Mystery Wind, Don't Sit On My Jimmy Shines, Keep Your Distance, God Loves a Drunk, I Misunderstood. Great, freaking great album. And I'm so glad to have it. And on MoFi, it sounds phenomenal. So, and I got number 2,359. Could be out of 6 million, I have no idea. But anyway, a limited edition of 3,000, I'm sorry. So limited to 3,000, this is 2,359. Just really happy to have it. Love Richard Thompson, and there were a number of albums of his that came out at that period where they weren't releasing them on vinyl. So really glad to have this in my collection. Another one, while I was there, this one they had on sale actually. And I didn't have it, but I know the artist, and this particular record people have shown online, and I was glad to grab it. And it's Bill Evans and Jim Hall, and this is Undercurrent. Just the two of them, piano and guitar player. Beautiful album. Bill Evans, amazing piano player. Jim Hall, great guitar player. This originally, I'm sorry, I should have looked this up. I don't know when this was originally released, but it really doesn't matter. Silver label MoFi, sounds phenomenal. Just the two of them, sound is just incredible. So really happy to have that in my collection. So those are my 3 MoFi albums that I actually have. Then I went to an antique mall near where I sell my stuff. Not the same one, but one nearby. And the guy there has lots of records. He has one booth where he has lots of records. And usually the stuff is pretty much priced at Discog medium price. So there's no real deals. Except it's John Lee Hooker. And this is Face to Face. Never released in the United States. This is a UK pressing. 2 records. This is a posthumous release, released after he passed away. That's what that means, obviously. Great label. And this features people such as Johnny Winters on here, etc. So it's really cool. Great album. The last thing he ever did. I'm so glad. It was released on CD in the States. I'm so glad that I was able to pick this up at a really great price. John Lee Hooker, Face to Face. Also, when I was out shopping, this one I think I got at Bull Moose, which is a local record store. I have a copy, but my copy is pretty beat. So I was happy to see a new one. The guy is a Fredneal, Fredneal was an early folkie. He wrote the song "Everybody's Talking" that Nielsen did for the movie Midnight Cowboy. He wrote it and did it originally on the album. I have the first copy of this album, the first pressing, but it's really beat. So when I saw this, and then I saw that it was a Sunday's issue, and it was inexpensive, and it's on clear vinyl. Pretty cool. With the original Capitol label. Sort of nice. Great folk album. Fredneal was part of that early village, late 50s, early mid-60s folk scene. But never really, I guess he really didn't enjoy it. So after a couple of albums, he headed off to Florida, where he was originally from, and spent the rest of his life working with dolphins and set up a foundation, and that's what his life work was. But this is a fantastic album. Everybody's Talking, The Sweet Cocaine, Green Rocky Road, the song called The Dolphins. Just beautiful. Fantastic stuff. So Fredneal, real happy to have a nice, clean, new copy of this great album. I think originally it was released in 66 or 67. Of course, it doesn't say. All right. One other one I found when I was there was this one. This was sealed when I got it. Originally released in 1960. We're going back to jazz now. Jerry Mulligan meets Ben Webster. This is on vinyl by Verve. It says original label, original tapes, original sound and design. So it's mono, made in the Czech Republic, but sounds great. I was a little bit nervous about it coming from the EU and all their things, but this is beautiful pressing, the Verve label, and just great. Jerry Mulligan and Ben Webster, two giants in the jazz saxophone players. And then I found a couple of other things thought I'd show. Found this at Goodwill, and this is Johnny Griffin, another saxophone player, little giant. When he first started off, they compared him to John Coltrane, the little train, little giant. But then he got his own sound. This is a really nice 2-record compilation featuring cuts he did with various people over time. See, this was recorded in 1958, 1959, 1962. Also features, along with Johnny Griffin, Pepper Adams, Donald Byrd, Ron Carter, Kenny Drew, Philly Joe Jones. Just great. Great 2-record set. Great compilation. Johnny Griffin. Next one I saw, this one I was like I couldn't, one of those things you see, you go, this can't be right. So this is an album called LA4 Just Friends. 4 jazz musicians, Lorindo Almeida, I guess Almeida, a guitar player who I know, Ray Brown, Jeff Hamilton on bass, and Bud Shank on sax. And it's what they have Concord Jazz is direct to disc. So if you don't direct to disc, means that when they recorded it, instead of going onto tape and then being edited and sweetened and take after take and splicing them all together, this went directly from recording to the disc, which they then used to make the mother, which they then used to make the master. And so it's much closer to the original. No overdubs, no changing. What you hear is exactly what they were playing in the studio. And this I paid very little for, and it's worth a good amount of money. So, not that I care, because I'm really about the music for this one, not selling this. There's the label, Concord Jazz. So, LA4 Just Friends. Haven't listened to this yet. I got to clean this up. After I'm done here, I'm going to have a little session of cleaning all my records. I'm looking for a date. 1978 is recorded. So pretty cool. Whenever you see anything that says direct to disc, I always pick that up because the sound is phenomenal. Another Goodwill find last week. Again, I haven't listened to this yet because I have to clean it. But whenever I see anything by this man, I always grab it. And it's Mose Allison, who's a jazz piano player and singer. This is Mose in Your Ear, recorded live at In Your Ear in Palo Alto, California. Looking for a date, 1972. Mose Allison. Don't know if you know Mose, but a great singer-songwriter. Definitely worth checking out. On Atlantic. Basic Atlantic album, label. All right, the next one I found, got this one at Goodwill also. And I have this album, but I've never seen this version of it. So, of course, I had to get it. And it's Boogie with Canned Heat, their first album. And this is a Pickett pressing of it. Pickett is the lower end label of Columbia Capital, one of those guys. Anyway, this is a Canadian pressing. Boogie with Canned Heat. And as the original Pickett label, inner sleeve, is the label. The reason I got it is that it is pristine. It's so clean. My original copy of the first Canned Heat album is not in great shape. So I'll probably keep that just because it's an original, but I'll probably play this more because it's, like I said, in immaculate condition. So I've never seen the first album, this pressing of the first album. And the last album I'm going to show, again, Goodwill. I had to grab it. Wilson Pickett's Greatest Hits promo, 2-record set. Don't remember if it's white label. I don't think it is. No, not white label, but a regular Atlantic red and green label. 2-record set, Wilson Pickett. The Wicked Wilson Pickett. In the Midnight Hour, 6345789, Mustang Sally, Everybody Needs Somebody to Love, Funky Broadway, Land of a Thousand Dances. I mean, all his fantastic hits. So, gonna get this cleaned up this afternoon and give it a spin. There he is, the Wicked Wilson Pickett. I got to see him 1967. What a show, man. Woo, what a show. Also picked up a couple of books I thought I'd show while making this video. These I picked up also at Goodwill. First one is a 20 Years of the Rolling Stone. It's articles from the Rolling Stone, Mick Jagger interview. Let me just go a quick look here. Bruce Springsteen interview, John Belushi, Sting, Jack Nicholson, the Sex Pistols, Stevie Wonder, etc., etc. So, couldn't leave it there for $2, even though it's paperbound. But there's Mick. Love that photo. I think these are all Annie Leibovitz took these photos. There's the Sex Pistols. So yeah, this was a nice little find. Oh, these are Richard. Some of these are Richard Avedon. I remember I have a book on Richard Avedon, Portrait of American Leaders. There's Ford, etc. Patti Smith. Anyway, nice little book I picked up there. Also found this one at Goodwill. A photographic history of the Beatles. I'm sure you've heard about that band. There are some kids from England. Play sort of rock and roll. There you go. Nice hardbound. Great photos. Nice stories. So here's John and Yoko. The woman everybody loves to hate. And the last book I found, another one I got at Goodwill. This was $2 also. Couldn't leave this behind. According to the Rolling Stones. This I started reading the other day. This is really good. It has lots of great stuff in here. Charlie. What else we got? Mick again, of course. Always have Mick. There's Keith. Gotta be some picture of Keith in here. Oh, here's Brian Jones. So again, for a couple of bucks, how could you leave this sitting at the store? All right, that's what I got today. I hope everybody's doing well out there. Everybody's staying safe. I really appreciate everybody who's joined my little channel here. So if you like what you saw, hit that little bell and sub me. I appreciate that. Until next time, everybody, remember, stay safe, wear a mask, keep your social distancing, and we'll get through this. Okay, take care. Peace.